Light of Reason, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's intellectual journey. In 1881, in the bustling city of Thessaloniki, a boy named Mustafa was born. He was not just playful, he was deeply curious. From a young age, Mustafa looked at the world with probing questions, always asking why and how can it be better. He loved maps and histories, imagining the great civilizations of the past, understanding that knowledge was the key to power. Mustafa's intellectual journey truly began when he attended military school. Though he excelled in many subjects, mathematics was his passion. His teacher, Riza Bey, recognized the young student's extraordinary mental capacity and discipline. One day, Riza Bey gifted Mustafa an additional name to recognize his brilliance: Kemal, meaning perfection or maturity of intellect. As Mustafa Kemal grew, his education became broader. Military training taught him strategy and discipline, but his intellectual curiosity drove him far beyond the required syllabus. He spent hours in libraries, not just reading military manuals, but delving into law, political science, and philosophy. He sought out ideas that could modernize and save his fading empire. A pivotal influence on his intellectual growth came from French Enlightenment thinkers. He learned French independently just to read writers like Jean-Jacques Rousseau and Montesquieu in their original language. These texts taught him about popular sovereignty, the radical idea that power belonged not to a sultan, but to the people themselves. This principle would later form the foundation of a new nation. Even after graduating as a staff captain, Kemal was an intellectual rebel. He realized that modern scientific methods and rational thought were absent from the leadership of the Ottoman Empire. His early career was marked by strategic military service, yes, but also by secret intellectual gatherings, where he discussed the necessity of profound political and social transformation based on reason. The First World War arrived, demanding Kemal's extraordinary military intellect. At Çanakkale, Gallipoli, his strategic genius saved countless lives and reshaped history. But even in the midst of conflict, his mind was focused on the intellectual future: how to create a secular, modern nation from the ashes of war, ensuring governance was based on scientific pragmatism, not tradition. Following the hard-won War of Independence, Kemal established the Republic of Turkey in 1923. His greatest contribution was the immediate realization of popular sovereignty. He believed true freedom came from citizens deciding their own future, guided by modern knowledge. He became known as Atatürk, father of the Turks, dedicated to national progress. Atatürk knew that a democracy based on popular sovereignty needed educated citizens. The biggest hurdle was the old Ottoman script, which was complex and difficult to master, leading to low literacy rates. In 1928, he introduced the Turkish Latin alphabet, a revolutionary, science-based change designed to make reading and writing accessible to everyone. Beyond the script, Atatürk initiated the Turkish Language Association, treating the native language as a scientific subject. Scholars purified the language, replacing overly complex Arabic and Persian loanwords with clear, functional Turkish roots. This was an intellectual movement to empower citizens with a language that was precise, logical, and universally shared. Atatürk's commitment to science extended to every sector. He understood that development required rapid industrialization and expert training. He invited leading European academics to Turkey, established modern universities, and opened research institutes focused on technology, agriculture, and public health, insisting that the truest guide in life is science. Perhaps his most lasting contribution to universal human rights was the immediate granting of unprecedented rights to women. Long before many European countries, Turkish women gained the right to vote and hold office, enshrined in a modern civil code based on European legal principles. This intellectual leap recognized the full equality and potential of half the population, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk died in 1938, but his intellectual legacy endures. His life demonstrated that military strength is secondary to the power of a rational, scientific mind. He provided a blueprint for how a nation could leap from feudalism to modernity through secularism, education, and unwavering faith in the potential of humanity guided by the light of reason.